We are in the system, bypassing their main protocols now. They won't even see us coming.
The company spent millions on cybersecurity. He spent nothing. He just called and asked for the password. On July 1st, 2026, the Department of Justice unsealed criminal complaint 25 CR 812 in the Northern District of Illinois. This account draws from the complaint and public records. Some details reflect government allegations not yet tested at trial. What follows is what those records show. This investigation runs on 4 numbers. Number 1, the group. Number 2, the method. Number 3, the cost. Number 4, what the FBI left out. And the question that drives everything that follows: how does a 19-year-old with no malware, no exploit kit, and no budget breach networks that spend 7 figures a year on security? The answer is simpler than anything the cybersecurity industry wants to admit. The criminal complaint names the group on page 1, Scattered Spider. The FBI also tracks them as Octo Tempest. The cybersecurity industry labels them UNC 3944 and Zero Ketapis. 4 names for the same organization. 4 names for a group whose entire operational model depended on a single vulnerability no endpoint detection platform was designed to catch. The group identified corporate employees, names, job titles, reporting structures. They located internal IT help desk phone numbers. Then they called. They said they had lost access to their accounts. They asked for password resets. They sounded like employees because they had done the research to sound like employees. The help desks complied. Once inside, Scattered Spider moved laterally through corporate networks. They encrypted company data. They exfiltrated sensitive files to remote servers. They demanded cryptocurrency to return control. If a company refused, they threatened to publish stolen data. The group did not target one industry. They targeted any company whose help desk answered the phone. The FBI estimates Scattered Spider executed more than 100 network intrusions. Total ransom payments exceed $100 million, with millions more in damages. Last year alone, Americans reported over $20 billion in losses to cybercrime, a 26% single-year increase. I contacted the FBI's Chicago field office for comment on the Stokes investigation. They declined to comment beyond the criminal complaint. I also reached out to the United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois. No response was received. The complaint, page 14, describes a single intrusion from May 2025. A luxury jewelry retailer, Stokes and co-conspirators breached the company's computer system. They exfiltrated data. They demanded approximately $8 million in cryptocurrency. The retailer's security personnel evicted the intruders. No ransom was paid. But the retailer still lost at least $2 million in business disruption, investigation, and mitigation. $2 million, and they were the ones who fought back successfully. But the jewelry retailer was never the real target. The real target was the architecture. Every company that answered the phone was already compromised. They just did not know it yet. Stokes was not acting alone. The complaint identifies a second individual only as Coconspirator A, a U.S.-based Scattered Spider member who was still a juvenile during part of the scheme and who has since been separately charged by local authorities following a related FBI Chicago investigation. The complaint describes Stokes using the alias Bouquet across encrypted communications recovered by the FBI. Chat logs, the government says, show the two coordinating a 2023 intrusion into a company's internal support systems in real time. The arrest happened 7,000 kilometers from Chicago. Finnish authorities, acting on an Interpol red notice, took Stokes into custody at Helsinki Airport in April. The Justice Department's Office of International Affairs worked with Finland's National Bureau of Investigation to secure extradition. The FBI's Copenhagen office assisted. Stokes was flown to Chicago and made his initial appearance in federal court, where a judge ordered him detained pending trial. The prosecution team tells you how seriously the government is treating this case. Assistant Deputy Chief Adrienne Rose of the Justice Department's Computer Crime and Intellectual Property Section, Assistant United States Attorneys Jennifer Chang and Anne-Marie Ursini for the Northern District of Illinois. This is not a routine prosecution. This is a signal. So how did a 19-year-old breach 100 companies? He did not defeat their security systems. He defeated the human being paid to answer the phone. The system trusted the caller. That trust was the vulnerability. But this is where the story gets harder to dismiss. The companies scattered Spider targeted were not small businesses that could not afford security. They included a luxury jewelry retailer with an internal security team capable of evicting intruders mid-attack. They had the budget. They had the personnel. They had the vendor contracts. They had everything except a help desk protocol that treated an incoming phone call with the same skepticism as an incoming packet. The FBI's complaint does not name the other 99 companies. It does not need to. The pattern is established: a help desk call, a password reset, lateral movement, encryption, ransom. The scale, more than 100 intrusions, means the vulnerability was not in the code. It was in the procedure. But here is what the complaint does not say. The FBI's investigation is not finished. Operation Riptide, the Bureau's sustained campaign against the infrastructure and financial networks behind cybercrime, continues to pursue additional co-conspirators. The phone lines the group used are still ringing. Peter Stokes is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. That is not a disclaimer. That is the standard the Department of Justice itself must meet in the Northern District of Illinois. But the companies that lost more than $100 million had endpoint detection. They had security operations centers. They had vendor relationships. None of it mattered because the attacker did not break the security system. He broke a process that no security vendor was paid to harden. The cybersecurity industry sells detection. It sells response. It sells recovery. It does not sell a product that prevents a help desk employee from resetting a password for someone who called from a Google Voice number and knew the manager's name. That product does not exist. And until it does, every help desk in America is a potential entry point. The threat was not encrypted in a malicious payload. It was hidden in plain sight. It was the design of the help desk itself. Coconspirator A's case remains under separate local jurisdiction. The Stokes prosecution is ongoing in the Northern District of Illinois. The FBI's Operation Riptide continues to pursue the financial networks that made more than $100 million in ransom payments possible. The phone lines are still ringing. The next investigation on this channel follows the money further upstream. The documents are already in the queue.